Hello everybody, welcome to Wayno Station. Well, Wayno Station right near Ameyoko, which is one of the most famous street markets in all of, dare I even say the world? Certainly in Tokyo and definitely all over Japan. Everybody knows Ameyoko. This is a market that was the Japanese black market after World War II. Ame meaning America, or it could be ame meaning candy, which is the Japanese word for candy, because there are some candy shops in here. And I know that you all have seen me walk through here, I don't know, a couple dozen times maybe, over the course of many years, not just on this show, but, how you doing everybody? Not just on this show, but on NHK and other shows, the main channel, edited videos, other YouTubers' videos. We've been going down this street eating street food. And I want to take you down here a little bit, but there's another district. How you doing, Dave? There's another district that I want to take you to, Nakacho-dori, which is Wayno Nichome. And we're going to do that by walking down Ameyoko. So you're going to get a chance to see Ameyoko a little bit. But we're going to take a right after about 100 meters. So join me, will ya, for the next 30 minutes or so as we cruise through one of the most vibrant areas of Tokyo, Wayno, and its back alleys. Now this part of Wayno connects Wayno Station, JR Wayno Station, with Okachimachi. Okachimachi is it's got such a rugged feeling to it. It seems like this place between Akihabara and Wayno, which it is, that, I don't know, kind of lost in time, where a lot of the businesses are still run by families, and it's a little bit grungy, which gives it a lot of personality. Hotels in that area are super cheap. The restaurants are super cheap compared to the other areas of Tokyo. So, I mean, it's just one of these places that will be attracting tourists for a very long time until redevelopment takes place. It seems like the whole city is being redeveloped right now. Yesterday, I was on NHK World's Tokyo Eye program on TV, and we talked about the redevelopment of Shibuya. And I've been reporting there for over 10 years. They showed clips from 2011 when I was inside of a bar there. You can see, I guess this is a seafood place. Kind of gives it away. A lot of these businesses here that I'm walking past have changed hands too. Some of them are still family run. Again, I'm gonna just walk back a little bit. You can see the businesses here. They look like they're family-run businesses, and they sell an assortment of all sorts of things. After World War II, a lot of the GIs and stuff, they would sell things like Zippos, watches, sunglasses, aviators, jackets, and things like this. And you can still see that culture in some of the shops. And Shimura-san, genki desu yo. 12月アメリカに戻ります。まあ2週間だけど。じゃあまた来るよ。はい、またね。That's Shimura-san, and he's been selling chocolate. So that's my friend Shimura-san, and he's been selling chocolate there for like 35 years, which is pretty incredible. And I didn't know he was gonna be working there today. Sometimes he's got other staff and maybe family members that are working in front of the shop, but he was there today, the master, which is pretty cool. This is new. I love walking down Ameyoko because you can see a lot of the new stuff. This restaurant here on the corner, this is brand new. It's a Tsukishima Monjayaki, which is near where I live, near the neighborhood where I live. And that's weird that they would put that here. Monjayaki, it just doesn't seem like it fits. Now this is the Thai Kebab corner. It's pretty crazy. You just have all sorts of street food here. And I'm sure I will do another street. Was that a hookah? Is that one of those things you smoke? What? Okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's entertainment. It's kind of amazing that how much that this area has evolved over the last 10 years, because when I first reported here for NHK in 2008, that was my first full NHK World report, was Okachimachi here. This place was so different. It was almost entirely, like 95% family-run businesses, and now we're seeing so many more chains. And I mean, I guess it's not such a bad thing, but here, I'm just gonna show you here. We're not gonna go down here, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like live view from the market. I see WRX Turbo is in the house. And NESG, love Wayno, first place I ever went to in Japan. I'm happy you could take me there right now. You can see the Keihin Tohoku line live going above Wayno Market there. Bob Joe is here. Somebody wants me to get some street food. I might get some takoyaki at one of my favorite stands, Bob Joe. I'm gonna put that towards some good street food there. So this market is super vibrant, but on the lefts and the rights of it, the tents might be the same, but the restaurants have changed hands. Here's a, what is that? I guess this is like another Tsukishima Monjayaki. And it looks too clean. It's too nice. This was not here before. But a lot of the local businesses are suffering from the same problem. They've been in business for 20, 30, 40 years, and the next generation of their family members don't want to take over. So they just end up selling out to businesses that have a better business plan that fit the 2020 instead of 1975. And I think over the next 10 years, it's going to change even more. Some of the business owners are hanging on, and I'm going to be talking with Shimaura-san afterwards to see if he'll do a main channel episode to help me kind of capture the history of this area, because I want to do it now. And I have to say thank you to my Patreon supporters, because of the support there, I can do some really big passion projects like this. It's going to take me maybe a week hanging out with a lot of the shop owners that have been here for decades. I want to hang out with them and get their idea of how the street is changing and where it's going. Ameyoko is a place that's always in flux and now, and I want to preserve what was gone and what is coming. Now, even these signs are kind of new. This one looks retro. The one that I showed you in the front is definitely changed to try to get more of a 2020 vibe. All right, I'm gonna go back now, and we're gonna take you down to another entertainment district that I think most of you have never been to. This area of the panda is represented because of the zoo's proximity to Ameyoko. We've got some pandas in Wayno Zoo. Okay, let's take this alley here to the left. Hey, Karsto's here. Hi, John. I really enjoy these live streams. Best wishes from Canada. And Michael Sassano, loving this Wayno live stream. Takoyaki sounds good. Find something refreshing to cool that down. Yeah, you know it, Michael. I always burn my mouth. I always burn my mouth on that takoyaki. So we're going down one alley here, and you can see the pachinko machines live. You can kind of peep in there. Ooh, there's some gambling going on in there. I once went in a pachinko place about, 18 years ago because I had to use a restroom, and I came out smelling so bad of smoke. I never, that's not true. I've maybe gone in there maybe 2-3 times. Once out of curiosity, I'm like, okay, I'll just go in there. I came out, again, smelling like smoke. I never understood pachinko. But people that love it are obsessed with it, and they play it, and a lot of families' lives have been ruined. Wow, they still have TGI Fridays here. So if you were to walk up this street for another 15 minutes, you would get to Akihabara. You could walk this direction down Chuo Avenue, or you could take Okachimachi and follow the Yamanote line all the way to there. But you don't have to take the subway. Sometimes you get, whoa. Like, I've never seen anybody in Japan dress in this kind of fashion. It's interesting. Gosh. All right, there's Nakacho-dori right there across the street. You find all sorts of things. My eyes! Wow. she's like, I don't know, half a foot taller. Wow, super bright day. And I think when I cross the street and get there, I can take off my mask a little bit because there's no crowds on the other side. Nakacho-dori has some long history, and there is a website with a neighborhood association. There's Nakacho. I don't think a lot of people walk down here, and it doesn't really come to life until after 6 p.m. Hey, Janine and Carl. Greetings from Australia. Love the Ueno area. Can't wait to be allowed back in Japan. There's some talk that this could happen in April. But the elections, Kanai said she was voting today, so the elections are being held today, I guess. And after the elections settle down, I think we're going to start hearing a lot more about tourism because it's become sort of an issue. Kyoto, I heard, might be filing for bankruptcy because they simply cannot. They have too many businesses that are done. No taxes are coming in. I think Kyoto had more or less started to rely on tax dollars from tourists in many ways. And now there's, I think September had 17,000 people coming from international areas, which is way down. So Kyoto filing for bankruptcy, we'll see. I don't know. It's something I saw on the internet, but we'll try to decipher that. So this is Nakacho-dori Ueno Nichome, so the second neighborhood of Ueno. And I don't know, I think I've only been down the street like twice in my life. The closest station is Ueno Hirokoji, which is, I believe, on the Ginza line. That station was founded in 1930. This street was part of a commercial street that started in 1628, I believe. So now it's kind of smutty. I think that there's some hostess clubs here. I can already see why I didn't visit this for like that. I think, when you're gonna, third time now, right? Sinjari, yeah. Oh, I saw some grilling beef. Oh, look at that. Well, it's still closed, so maybe the manager's tested out some new beef or something. I believe this is about 300-400 meters long, and we'll loop back around to Ameyoko. But I thought it would be interesting to take a look at this area, the Nakacho-dori Nichome. Mostly entertainment now, and by entertainment, I'm talking about like hostess clubs and stuff. You can see the picture here of some of the hostess girls. Here, I'll zoom in for you. That's a painting. Wow. Cotton Club. It's a well done painting. Interesting. For science. For history. All right. But the alleys here are more local. You can see there's not a lot of people. When you compare Ameyoko Market to this street, totally different when you cross the street. Totally different. Again, these signs all... Yamato Plaza seems to have some real go-go going on. Wasn't that the Flintstones dog, Dino? Or is it Dino? Gosh, I don't know. It's so long ago. So it's lunchtime. There's going to be some people that do come here for lunch and get something to eat. But the alleys are pretty nice. Check it out. Here's another street. They're very scenic, old, lots of character to them. The light posts going up. You see the telephone lines crossing the street there. That's so Tokyo. Most of this was redone after the 1923 Great Kanto earthquake. Every 100 years or so, an earthquake comes and devastates Japan, and everything collapses, and they rebuild it, and then it becomes a new area again. The big periods where that happened were 1923 and then 1945, March 10th. The fire bombings after that, the whole city, most of the city, especially around Nihonbashi, had to be rebuilt again. And it really made Japan also a modern place and helped with the economic boom. Across the street here, you can see there's Wayno Park, and there's the pond. This is a really nice place to stay if you want to call this your home base. I believe this takes us to Yushima, which is a really big shrine that we've been to on this live stream channel for the ume plum blossoms in February. I think if you're looking for an affordable, really local place, you want to get away from Shibuya, Shinjuku, I would say Asakusa is the first place I would consider. Because at night, the restaurants there are really nice. It's really amazing to walk around there early in the morning, like 5, 6, when you have jet lag. It's a lot better than walking around Shibuya. Let's go down this alley here. It's a lot better than walking around Shibuya at 5 or 6 in the morning. It's just, at least with Asakusa, you have a lot of the history and temples and shrines and then the Ueno area. I like Shitamachi for staying, and there are some ryokans, traditional Japanese inns that you can stay in. And then there's this place, which is a love hotel. I can tell this is the love hotel because the prices are decided by a rest and a stay. A rest is usually 2 to 3 hours, and a stay would be overnight. And not a lot of people stay overnight, actually. Most people are going in there for 2-3 hour bursts. But when I was backpacking, didn't have a lot of money as an English teacher, I would stay at love hotels if I was traveling with anybody. It depended on who you were traveling with, I guess you could say, but they were very affordable, and you'd get a jacuzzi, and certain amenities, but really it was just a cheap place to stay because you had options that were love hotels outside in the countryside. They're like $40-$50 a night. Wow, I'm digging these alleys here. Yeah, I stayed when I was doing the Seishun Jahachi Keep, which is the local train tickets that you can get 3 times a year. 5 days of unlimited travel for like $100 on JR, but it's local trains. And I would take that, and I could travel around all around Japan for like $100. And I would stay, if I was going with my girlfriend at the time, would stay in love hotels and just a place to camp, or we would camp in a tent. I dated pretty understanding people back then. I don't know. I wouldn't date me if I was, hey honey, let's go take a trip. I'm gonna pop up the tent here in the local park. Hey, it's part of life, living life as an adventure. This place is open for lunch. Brazilian churrascos. Me like. Kind of absorb the vibe here. I'm gonna swing back to the Ameyoko market. But I want you to consider, after 6 p.m., this area is way more vibrant. The places come alive. This place is serving, I guess, like oden and other sorts of I guess this looks like Chinese food, actually. Out onto the street, so you can just eat right here, standing. Grab a bite to eat. A lot of people finish work, grab a bite to eat, then go home. That's why a lot of these really small micro apartments don't even have kitchens, because you can do things like this in Japan. You can get a bowl of noodles or something right on the street. You don't need to cook. Whoa, tobacco cafe? What? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to, guess I'm not allowed to go in there. There's a counterculture to all of the non-smoking rules and policies coming up around Japan, and I guess that's healthy because it's healthy to have that culture. Because when people are pushed in a certain direction, there's always a counter push, and smokers gotta smoke. Well, they don't have to smoke, but you know what I mean. All right, let's cross this street. We got a blue light. Here you go, across the street. You hear that chirping? So that tells people with visual impairments which direction is green and which direction is red. And if it's east, west, north, and south, and I'm not sure which one it is by the chirping, but they know. Out in the countryside, you'll hear music, some jingles. All right, we're heading back to Okachimachi. See if I can get some takoyaki with you together to celebrate my teeth cleaning. I had to come back here. Last week I came to the dentist. I had to come back here to go to the dentist. And I'm gonna see if I can get some new flavored Kit Kats for our Daimyo supporters. Oh, hey, while I got you here, we got 3 days left for the Only in Japan Kickstarter fireworks project that I also did last year. I'm doing it this year. We have raised 5.2 million yen now, and that's almost $50,000. It's like $49,000, I think. So we already have a awesome festival planned in Nagano on November 3rd, next week. So Kanai and I are going to be driving there, staying the night, and I'm going to be setting up a live stream and 8K camera and putting a camera near the cannons and everything like that to get some awesome shots of the fireworks, because we got access since it's our festival. And you got 3 days more to back. We have some pretty cool stuff. I wanted to show you the postcard. It just came in yesterday. This is the postcard for the event poster. It says Hanabi Matsuri 2021, Only in Japan's second annual. And if you look, there's some rubber duckies in the onsen with these are the Jigoku Dani snow monkeys in Nagano. And then if you look right in the middle, there's Kanai, me, and little Leo. And all the people watching would represent you with us, watching above Matsumoto Castle and Hakuba, I guess, the Japanese Alps, and then the fireworks that we launch up. And I've been doing this. This is my second year. The fireworks events are mostly canceled this year. Oh, and you also have 3 days to get this postcard, which is of Asakusa, representing where Eric and I had our street food binge. I sent this off to all of our backers. So Postcard Club on Patreon, also this postcard is available. And I think I put up the 2020 postcards too. If you missed a 2020 event postcard, you can get that for the collection as an add-on. Yeah, artist Dakota, he lives over there in Gifu. He's been doing these event posters for us. It's the second year. He's so talented, great style. He kind of encompasses like a modern take on traditional Japan. I love that. All right, this is where I usually come to get some of the Kit Kats for the daimyos. They usually have a pretty good selection. Here's this one candy shop here, and then there's another one right here. Okay, let's go take a look, see what they got. Oh, they got the milk tea. All right, get that one. All right, if they got the milk tea, I might do that. Oh, these are Demon Slayer potato chips. Okay. I'm always looking for new goodies. Those milk tea Kit Kats are on my radar. Oh, they got them here too. So there's a Kit Kat corner here. And I'm always looking at the latest flavors. Right now, strawberry is here, cheesecake, chocolate orange, and a couple other flavors here. So let's see if I can snag it. The Halloween candy is almost sold out. So They have a small Japanese Halloween candy stand. It's not really anything special. It's kind of the same stuff, just with Halloween stuff on it. All right, let's get in line here. The stretchy cheese place is out of business. Konnichiwa. 4個お願いします。はい、ありがとうございます。オイルだけかけなしに行ったところでそれの行ったところでの話だから Gotta get some mayonnaise on there. Okay, I'll go hold my hand. Alright, I should wait a little bit. I should probably wait a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna... See if I can get the tripod here for a second. Oh, I can smell the takoyaki. I'm so hungry now. So this is takoyaki. They do them really big here. It's 200 yen for 4 of these, which is a steal. You gotta get this when you come to Okachimachi. Cobra Bebop. Too soon. I think it's too soon. I opened it up. There's the octopus inside. You can see right there. Jennifer French also pleading with me to wait. I think it's good. I think it's good. Look at the steam. It's not that bad. I think I waited long enough. It was so hot though. Let's open it up and we can get some of the steam out here. Yeah, Jeremy, thanks for that, buddy. I'm gonna get something cooler. I'll get something cool to drink after this. Oh, look at the katsuobushi dancing from the heat. No pain. They say no pain, no gain. Who says that? Oh, that was so good. So I want to give a shout out to this business owner here. So this is where the stretch cheese used to be. It's changed to another Korean place. This is this popular Korean food, and some of the stuff looks so good. But nobody's really going here yet. I guess the pandemic and it's unknown hasn't been helpful. But I think when tourism returns, people are going to come back here and go and find this place and go, hey, I'll have some. Oh, that looks good for the daimyo boxes. Little Pikachu here. There's some weird stuff here. This is why I always come here, to find some of the weird stuff. This is called home pie. Really interesting. I think I'm gonna get those royal milk tea Kit Kats for the daimyo supporters. This is the Demon Slayer candy area. Yeah, Bob Joe, the chicken is amazing. All right, there's one more alley I want to take you down. Back to the other side. So we've walked all the way from the Wayno side to now the Okachimachi side. So technically, this isn't Wayno anymore. This is Okachimachi. I've been to this ramen place a couple of times just because it's off of Ameyoko, and it's changed. It's kind of a different one. This looks good. Whoa. I like it. That must be duck. Whenever the color looks like that, it's duck or something. Duck is a very unique flavor for, it's pork back fat. Ramen here will cost you 820 yen for to about $11 for that with the set. You get a lot of food with that. Whoa. I guess it's just the machine is nice. There's no actual Pikachu drink in here. Just the machine has Pikachu. Or it's a bootleg Pikachu, I'm not really sure. I've seen a couple of bootleg Pikachus lately. Like, it's Pikachu, but it's not really. It's hard to tell if it's... Whoa, this is like Pani Puri in India. Have you ever had those? It's like potato soup. It's like soup in the potato or something? Wow. Alright, you know what? I might come back here. I want to do an episode on Oden. Hamburg is a thing here. Not a hamburger, but a Hamburg. Hey, Air to the Ron is here. Hey, you got... Hey, oh wow. Air to the Ron's having some sashimi. Lucky. You don't burn your mouth on that. Alright, there's Okachimachi, JR Okachimachi Station here. I want to take you back to the alleys here and see how the shops are doing on the other side. I did an episode featuring the Capsule Hotel, which is just for men only. Whoa. Look at that chashu steak. Whoa. That's Asahikawa ramen. Hey, Jeff Kennedy's here. My friend from Philly. Boy, it'll be nice to see Jeff in Japan one of these days. So wait for the light to change so we can cross the street. Hey, how you doing, Mask Man? I got in trouble with Kanai and my mom yesterday. Do I dare even say why? So Leo doesn't sleep in his baby bed anymore. He sleeps on the floor on a futon with us. But he rolls around a lot. But he likes to sleep on the crack between his futon and our futon. So we called him Crack Boy because he's always sleeping on the crack. And then my mom got angry because she misunderstood and said that that's a bad thing to call him. I said, no, but he sleeps on the crack Boy. But that's... Kraken, of course, is something else, so... Just miscommunication. So I got in trouble because when my mom told Kanai got angry. And... yeah. Aloha 821 writes, I can see your mom's point. I see your mom's point of view. This is it. Men only capsule hotel and sauna is still here. I'm glad to see that. The prices are pretty reasonable. Let's see if it's still the same. Yeah. Reception's open at 4 a.m. And you can hang out here for 3 hours for 1,200 yen. They got internet, they got baths, they have lounge chairs. That's a pretty reasonable price. And you can stay for 12 hours from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. during the day for 3,000 yen. Or in the middle of the night for... you have to check out by 10. Interesting. I didn't know it was a joke, Calvin. I wasn't thinking about, crack being a drug because I never take it. And, we don't have a crack here anymore. It's been like 25 years since I saw New Jack City, We don't have the only crack problem here is Leo sleeping on the crack between the beds. I got in trouble. It was deep trouble too. Now Kanai, she told me like 3-4 times already that why I teach her only the bad words. How's she gonna learn English if I only teach her the bad words? I don't know. I had been away for a while. This is new. A Nadai Fuji Soba. And they have some really good looking plastic dishes here. Whoa. Oh, it's got okra on it. Steven's here! Welcome, Joy. Yes, Gap Boy is correct. Okay, so we moved from Crack Boy to Gap Boy. But he doesn't shop at Gap. I gotta buy him some Gap stuff then. Peter got him a Gap Yoda shirt, which is a Gap Yoda sweatshirt, which is super cool. It says on the back, "So cute I am." This is my favorite shot of Ameyoko Market. The sign, and if you can sneak up, I think they blocked it off, but you used to be able to take a photo from up here or one of the other shops. You get this really nice shot looking down the street here. And this alley, I guess you'd call it a road. I don't think it's an alley, but it will take you all the way to Wayno Station. It's about, it seems like, I don't know, 700 meters or so, but yeah. There you go. That's all I kind of wanted to show you today. We'll cross the street here on a red light. This is Wayno Okachimachi Station right above me. So you can if you're staying in Akihabara or even Asakusa, you can walk here in 20 minutes. Asakusa or Asakusa, as some people cringe when I pronounce it the phonetical way. There's the phonetical way and the way some locals say it. I say it the way the Tokyo Metro says it, Asakusa. The next station is Asakusa. It's the Tokyo Metro's fault. It's not Asksa. Asksa is not how, no one says it like that. Asakusa. I can say it both ways. I pronounce it Asakusa because it's the phonetical way that people understand because they're non-Japanese speakers. So, that's the way you do it. People pronounce Tokyo wrong. The people who get upset that I pronounce Asakusa wrong are the same people who don't know how to pronounce Tokyo. Tokyo is 2 syllables. Tokyo, all right? And then you hear NBC. Tonight in Tokyo, it's just, doesn't bother me. So, no, it's not Tokyo, it's To-kyo, the 2 syllables. To-kyo, K-Y-O. That's the way we roll here in Tokyo. You know who corrected me? Megumi-san on, well, the tourism is not here, but I'm a guest on a show called Hiruobi, which is a really popular news program to talk about tourism. My Japanese is really not up to par to be on a show like that, but I understand everything that they're saying, and we go over a script, and I guess I'm a little bit more lively than some of the other people that they bring on there, maybe. But after one of the shows, he said, John-san, he said, Tokyo じゃなくて Tokyo です and then he walked away. I was like, Megumi-san's pretty angry. And then there's one of the other regular people on the show, super nice guy named Damon. He has makeup. He's always come into the studio. He always has his makeup on before he comes in. Nobody has ever seen him without the makeup. Even Megumi-san, who works with him all the time, has never seen him without his makeup. And super nice guy. And he goes, John-san, Tokyo. He kept on saying it so I would pronounce it correctly. So now I have a phobia about it because Damon schooled me on how to say Tokyo. But I still say Tokyo if I'm speaking English because that's the way everybody says it. You know what I mean? It's okay. That's what people understand. Don't go against the grain. I'm not gonna make it my life's mission to correct everybody who says Asakusa the non-local way. Because then I'll have to correct you on the 1,000 other words that you miscorrectly pronounce. All right, everybody, there you go. The alleys of Ueno are super vibrant, and you know what? I'm gonna take you down here. Click that like button. show me that you are interested in these walking tours, and I will do some more. I came here and I actually brought my Sony A1 to do a 8K live stream. I think I'm gonna do that like tomorrow, because I forgot my microphone and I want the audio to be really good. Oh, they got a go-go curry here. This place has the champion curry. Do you see that? Oh, it's even bigger than this. It's 2,500 yen, and oh, there it is. Oh, that's a Grand Slam curry. They have like a 2-kilogram curry that's 2,500 yen. I always wanted to try that. My buddy Patrick Galbraith was in on it too, but we never found the time to do it. So it's these alleys here that are super vibrant, and they still have a culture of eating outside. Whoa, Halloween is here. Hey, there's Joe Biden. Boy, Trump was the big mask last year. American president always makes a good mask. It's very the popular ones. Yeah, the alleys here on this side are also very good with street food, and more than that, restaurants or stands that you can sit outside and eat, get something, and get a couple of friends. In the distance, we have the Tokyo Sky Tree, so we're not too far away from Asakusa. You can just walk here in 20 minutes or so. And it's a pretty interesting walk. You'll see a lot of things on the way. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for clicking that like button. I see we just coming close to 400, and if you don't ask for them, people don't click the like button too often. But I don't want to ask too much, you know. You just kind of suggest. I suggest that you click the like button. That's pretty needy too. Whoa. Coffee, beer, snacks. That's new. Oh, that's changed a lot. So they've really cleaned up this corner. What? So this is a imported clothes store that sells beer, coffee, and snacks on the corner. And they've cleaned it up. And this used to have chairs that went all the way out, right? But they've cleaned it up. It seems too clean. But I guess I would sit there and have a beer, but... Wow, that's so bizarre. How much Okachimachi changing. Okay, I better make that episode. Thanks, Patreon supporters. I better make that episode before this place changes even more. Cobra Bebop, I feel bad asking now because now you are doing 8K, which is awesome, but I love to watch it in HDR. Yeah, HDR is a little bit harder to edit. I don't have the power in my computer, and it just takes a lot of time, but I ordered one of the new M1 Max Pro chips for Apple, so maybe that'll be able to cut through, and I'll be able to do HDR. It's just hard because you have to film it in log, and then you have to do post-production. Whereas I think that the colors look pretty vibrant right out of the Sony A1. Using Cinetone or some of the other color profiles are really vibrant, but I think eventually I will get to HDR. I know like the iPhone does it automatically, which would be ideal, but it still requires like some editing, and I want to focus editing on the stories that I tell on the main channel. I'm already editing one right now for a release, I believe right after the weekend. So trying to get the production schedule, I'm ramping that up because that channel needs a lot more love, and with travel back, it's time to get back to the edited stories a lot more. Start fighting it out and on that front. Oh, that looks so good. Yamanote line cruising by overhead. All right, everybody, thanks again. Leave me a question below if you have anything that you want to add, and I will be here for you. I'm gonna be going next week to Nagano. So you have 72 hours to back the fireworks project. The link is in this description right after the map of the area I just showed you. Nakacho-dori Ueno Nichome. Please support it. My goal is to get 1,000 supporters to back this Kickstarter. I think we can get a little bit closer. We're at 400 and something, 450 maybe. I think we can at least get the 500. I want to get more people involved. So on November 3rd, when all of us here, I could take you in the alley here. So on November 3rd, when all of us are together, I want you to feel like you're a part of it. Like, and we can still add fireworks all the way up to November 1st to the order to make even more explode into the sky. So anytime you buy anything or just support with $1, you're supporting one of the fireworks that we're going to be watching on November 3rd. And if you buy the documentary, you're going to be able to see it in 4K, which is even better. You know, it's a support to get the fireworks industry a little bit of a boost. I'm going to be featured in Nagano's newspapers and all of the regional stuff. I think it's really cool that our community has brought some happiness into an area that was devastated by the some people coming, hold on. Area that was devastated by Typhoon Hagibis when it was like stationary over the Chikuma River. It flooded and really displaced a lot of people, and they've been almost forgotten because of the pandemic and the lack of tourism, so the economy is even worse there. But I thought that our community, this is a great place because our community could bring and shine a light and just give some nice happiness to people there, and it's working because the local media is coming there. They want to tell a really positive story. So being able to give that to people, that this YouTuber with a global community was able to come in here and fire up some fireworks from a local manufacturer in Nagano and help to support him because he hasn't had a lot of work. He has an entire storeroom full of fireworks that he doesn't know what to do with. And I'm just glad that we could buy him out and then launch them now. So we did a really good thing, I think. So if you want to be a part of it, you can go into the Kickstarter. Even if you give $1, you're a part of it. I'll find a way to put your name in the credits, even if you give $1. We'll have 1,000 names. That's my goal. But right now we have 450. I think we can get there. I'm always optimistic. All right, everybody, take care, and I'll see you in another live stream. Maybe tonight. I think it's time for a midnight snack run. What do you think?